Hello everyone, my name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with another anime review. This time, The Most Notorious Talker Runs the World's Greatest Clan, Episode 3. In this episode, we get the introduction of our good girl, Alma, and I don't have a lot to say about this episode. So let's start with, this is, in terms of the manga, this is episodes 9, chapters 9 through 12 and a half. It's basically we get a better introduction to Lightning Bite, Noel Stallin's rival group, and the introduction of Alma, the daughter of a famous assassin, granddaughter of these famous assassin, although we learn she's actually the daughter later. But yeah, so just basic introduction, and we get a little bit more about the world, job classes, learning about talkers, and learning what kind of jobs, because like Noel Stallins and Alma are going to go for a journey to they're gonna go on some killing some thieves, and we also learn about like carriage rides as well. It's not the most exciting. We also learn a little bit more about talkers and their abilities as well. It's a nice episode in the sense that of what you're getting. Like it's just a lot of development, but it kind of feels like this should have been a two-parter episode. We get the story, and then we get the action, we get the actual thieving part. I don't know, like I don't mind reading through it. Just this episode, like, oh, okay, this is fine. I don't mind it. It's just it'd be nice to have a little bit of action, but that's just my personal taste. So the favorite parts of this, Alma looks great, barring one part. And Lightning Bite looks really good. And I was reading up the manga. I'd forgotten that we get to see the entire cast, like his entire group. And outside of Lucia and Wolf, they're kind of a bit boring, but they're a good bunch. It's a nice rival, a very cheerful group. I like their dynamic and like interactions with them. It's really good. So on to regards to Alma. There are a couple things that do kind of bug me. Her skin tone matches good, like in the anime and like in the manga, it's all perfect, but it feels out of place. Like I want her skin tone to be just a slightly bit darker. I think that's more a personal taste. I don't know. It kind of seems like Noel and Alma blend together a little bit in the anime. I mean, there's a stark contrast, but it just feels like she could have been a little bit darker. The other thing is her voice actress. It fits, but I think I'd want something more. I would like to hear the like a dub version of what her voice would be. I don't know. I do think Cereza is good. Like it fits her, but it's not perfect. Like in terms of what I want. I want. I'm not sure what I want, but this wasn't it. She's also Nozomi and Kitara, which I think she sounds perfectly fine. I think maybe she had a little bit more sass to her. Maybe I don't know. This is just another personal preference with me. But the big difference is there is censorship in the manga, censorship in this anime. And it's not so much in the cleavage department. It actually has to do with her feet. So you look at the episode like, well, she's got the little leggings, she's got boots and everything. It looks perfectly fine. However, that is not actually the case. We can see, we'll get to the big juicy thing, which I'm a little bit worried about. I should have had this a little bit paired. In the manga, you can see her feet right through the boots, and this is even a little bit prevalent in the light novel. I'll show you an outfit. I'm guessing they didn't want to animate, but it's still a bit weird, especially considering that in the next episode, we're going to see Noel Stallins. She's going to be naked, and she's going to be next to her. I'm curious if they're actually going to keep on point with that. Also, her outfit's different in the manga, which I don't think that is big of a deal on it. They made her a little bit cleanser. But yeah, this part, like later on, like, are we going to see this? Are we going to see this uncensored? I'm kind of a bit worried. I don't know. So there is that. I think aside from the censorship of her feet, which there's also in the light novel as well, which I will show off. You can get a better idea in like volume 3. Oh, I'm gonna try to do this. Like you can see, like even though she's got like the leggings in there, like you can still see her feet. Like it's still very prominent. I don't know why that they made that change. I mean, I guess it makes it easier to animate, just do like a boot, whatever. But Alma's got a lot of sex appeal. I'll show you in the manga like what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is actually a good image. Like you can tell in the manga, her feet are very pronounced, even with all the leg and everything. You can tell easily, and it's kind of I don't know. It feels like a bit of a lazy choice from what I think. I don't think it's so much censorship, just being lazy. They just didn't want to animate it. I think that aside from that, the biggest problem, I just felt this episode was just too slow for me. I think I would have liked the full chapter. We see the thieving, just so we get a more idea of her personality, and we see Noel being the kind of person he is, the evil bastard, kind of the semi-evil bastard that he is. I don't know. That's just my overall thoughts. I'm going to end the episode right here. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Here's the thing. I do like the series. I think the series is very good. This episode was just a little weak. It was just a little too slow paced for my taste. I would have liked it maybe to be a longer episode of double core, so to speak. I'll see you guys next week for chapter 4. Episode 4, as we get into the Thief Guild, Thieves Quest anyway. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys next time.